So the first and obvious step is getting the Darth Vader helmet. So I bought it and I realized the tusks are flat on this helmet. And the exact helmet this is the Ruby's Men's Star Wars Darth Vader Deluxe Adult Full Face Mask from Amazon. It costed me $60, and right now I believe it's not available, but it should come back in stock soon enough. Now, these tusks I 3D printed myself, and I printed them in black filament, and then the helmet itself, I got my little one cork knife that I use commonly for crafts and prop making, and I used it to try to cut the existing circular tusks out of this helmet. So the hard part was obviously getting it out of the helmet without damaging the pipes along the side of the helmet. And obviously, I didn't care about destroying these silver flat circles, because who's actually going to use those? They're absolute trash and look nothing like actual Darth Vader. So that obviously needed changed. And then painting the tusks chrome, I used a acrylic marker I had, and eventually this one did run out. You'll see later in the video, but it does the job for giving a nice metallic look to these tusks, obviously. And the acrylic marker, sometimes you got to rub off on something else to get the paint to come out again. That's why I'm coloring the plate occasionally. And then after that, I continued to try to get the circles out. It did take a lot of work, but eventually I figured out how to do it, and I did manage to get them out. Just took a bit, so I'll just stop talking for now.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming. Master, are you ready? Are you?
I've encountered divergence in the Force.
There was no father.
Located around a person.
A boy. His cells have the highest concentration of midichlorians I have seen in a life form.
You refer to the prophecy of the one who will bring balance to the Force. You believe it's this boy?
Clouded this boy's future is.
Finding him was the will of the Force. I have no doubt of that. I request the boy be tested, Master.
Master Yoda, I gave Qui-Gon my word.
Obi-Wan. Promise me you will train the boy. He is the chosen one.
So this was the final result, and I think it turned out incredible. You can obviously see that the tusks look just like the film ones, and definitely much better than the previous flat ones. And I did try to fix the lenses because they were a little blurry on this Amazon one, but it didn't work. So, on to step 2. So obviously step 2 is Darth Vader's lightsaber hilt. So for this, I began with 3D printing it at a place near me called Lancaster Makerspace, and they provide 3D printers to the public with a library pass or a paid membership. So I started by painting the Kyber crystal chamber red with a red acrylic marker. I have found 24 packs of acrylic markers on Temu for about $12, so it's pretty nice value if you need acrylic markers. Acrylic markers are probably the best thing you can use on 3D printed PLA plastic and many other plastics. They stay on nice. And then I had to super glue the grip to the switch, but this attempt didn't work, as you'll see in a second. So the grip is the bottom part with the bars, and then the switch is the part where the light indicator will slide into that little rectangular part on the middle. And yeah, it wasn't sticking, it did suck. So that was a big problem, sadly. But eventually I got it in just a second. And then I finally got it together right here, and it decided to stick. I think it was just because where I was putting the glue was not the optimum place. And then now it's time to glue the grip to the pommel, so that the pommel is the very, very bottom part of the lightsaber. On some lightsabers it's a bit more stylized, or might have the belt clip there, but in Vader's case it's just flat with a little round circle in the middle. So then I had to glue the switch to the emitter, so that is the top part. I just consider the switch the middle part, and then the emitter is the very top part that emits the lightsaber blade out. So my acrylic marker was running dry. I had used this thing on a few other projects, and it was time to get a new one. So I just completely got a new brand one, but it worked all the same, and it did the effect. Now, I mean, if you want a better chrome effect than what this pulled off, I'd say that maybe stick with spray paint or actual metal. So obviously it took a bit of time to paint in between the black bars, but I will continue my commentary as soon as I finish that part.
He's holding me back. It's unfair. It's not fair.
Don't you wonder why they won't make you a Jedi Master?
I wish I knew.
They don't trust you, Anakin.
I feel lost. Obi-Wan and the Council don't trust me. Sometimes I wonder what's happening to the Jedi Order. My trust in them has been shaken.
They asked you to spy on me, didn't they?
Have you ever considered that we may be on the wrong side?
They see your future. They know your power will be too strong to control. You must break through the fog of lies of the Jedi. Let me help you to know.
So then here was when I began to paint the actual bars of the grip of the lightsaber black. And yeah, so that's this part, and I'll continue my commentary on the next step.
Is he not to destroy the Sith and bring balance to the Force?
So the prophecy says.
A prophecy that misread could have been.
Ahsoka, within you will be everything I am, all the knowledge I possess, just as I inherited knowledge from my master, and he from his. You are part of a legacy.
I know you. Because I knew your master. One wonders just how similar you might become.
But my part of that legacy is one of death and war.
But you're more than that.
Only through me can you achieve a power greater than any Jedi.
Because I'm more than that.
You are more, Anakin.
Learn to know the dark side of the Force.
And then now I painted the bladed middle shroud chrome.
From certain death.
But more powerful and dangerous than anyone realized.
Something terrible has happened.
Obi-Wan told me terrible things.
I killed them. What have I done? They're dead. Every single one of them.
He said to turn to the dark side.
And then here I was painting the extension, and the extension is the part that connects
And I'm doing it for you.
grip to the emitter, and the switch is just the part that's a little rectangle that sticks off. And the extension is all black on Vader's lightsaber part.
I don't believe what I'm hearing.
You're fulfilling your destiny.
And then for the actual bladed emitter itself, it is all black. On the outside of it,
What have you become? A powerful Sith you will become. I am.
and now for the inside of it.
Made me.
Henceforth, you shall be known as...
And then there's just a little bit of chrome inside that would be right around the kyber crystal chamber top. Where the
Vader.
Yep, and then there's the chrome on the top of the kyber crystal chamber.
Lord Vader. Can you hear me?
Yes, Master. Do what must be done, Lord Vader.
And then it's black for the emitter housing. So that little hole is where the screw goes that holds this 3D print together, and also holds the belt clip. I'm pretty sure that's the belt clip. Huh?
Ultimate
I mean,
power in the universe.
Any attack made by the rebels would be a useless gesture.
Don't be too proud of this
and then for some small details around the area
the ability
where
to
the
destroy a planet
and
is
the belt clip
insignificant
goes.
next to the power of the Force. You were born what defeat would bring. Be careful not to choke on your aspirations. Director, you have failed me for the last time, Admiral. You don't know the power of the
And now
dark
for the
side.
light indicator
It is
housing,
pointless
which
to
is
resist.
inside of the extension that has the switch inside of it, and then the light indicator bar inside of it that we can paint and slide in a minute. And then here's where I painted the sides of the lights chrome. And then here I painted the switch all chrome as it is. And then for the actual light indicators, they are red.
Master. Whether he dies or I do, this ends today.
Every single Jedi, including your friend, Obi-Wan Kenobi, is now an enemy. Destroy the Sith. We must.
And then I just simply slid the light indicator into the housing, and it did not require any glue. And then I put the emitter housing and the emitter onto the emitter shroud, put a little screws in, painted the screws with some chrome, and then, not sure if I showed, but I do glue all the screws in and stuff after because I realized pressure alone does not hold this 3D print together perfectly.
Then you're my enemy.
I will do what I must. I will do what I must.
You cannot escape your destiny. You must face Darth Vader again.
And then I just had to glue the switch to the little bar that holds the indicator lights.
I can't kill my own father.
What if I want to stop fighting? No.
So as I said before, I wasn't sure if I actually did show it, but it looks like I did indeed show me gluing the emitter to the emitter housing, and then putting the glue hole for the screw, and then after that, I simply attached the emitter housing.
Betray you, father. You couldn't bring yourself to kill me before, and I don't believe you'll destroy me
Saber
now.
hilt, right, the extension is out.
I feel the good in you.
It fits together perfectly. There is part in, and I just had to finish painting the pommel with some chrome.
If you will not fight, you lack conviction, then you will meet your destiny. Twisted by the dark side, young Skywalker has become. The boy you trained, gone he is.
This was the final result. Man, I couldn't with this. This lightsaber hilt looks completely genuinely only part, you know, it's a bit of an outfit. And now for part 2, body suit and the cape. So I found Darth Vader build costume for $22 on Mercari, and it included everything I really needed. His helmet. Needed slight modifications. I painted this red button white because I am going for the episode 4/Rogue One suit, which this suit seemed to be a episode 3 version. So then removing the LED red failed, and in part 4 is now the cod piece. So I started by tracing out an outline on a paper shopping bag with a pencil, and then I just cut that out. Took me a little bit, but I'll get back to you when I'm done cutting the outline out.
Anakin.
Anakin's gone. I am what remains.
So this is where I began cutting the actual EVA foam out, and that's the material I used. EVA foam is a craft foam that many cosplayers use for cheap and very good looking armor. I used it for the codpiece for this case, and it's pretty easily cut. It's depending on the thickness, it depends how easy or challenging it is to cut. But it works for this.
I tried to imagine what he was like.
He always stood by me, even when no one else did.
He was a cunning warrior.
He was a good master.
And he was a good friend.
So then here is where I used my super glue to glue the EVA foam together, and it turned out really well, so I was happy with that result.
Anakin Skywalker.
And then part 5 is the belt. So the belt was probably one of the most challenging aspects. So I 3D printed the boxes and greeblies. Greeblies are the switches and buttons and whatnot. So I started by using my Coke marker to paint the dials / knobs
When that happened,
and that took quite a bit
the good
because in
man
total
who
I
was
think
your
there's around
father was
18
destroyed.
because there were 2 sets of
My friend is truly dead.
9. I'm not sure exactly. dial base is red, so it's a little washer shaped things, and I believe I lost one, but I will replace it eventually. But it's barely noticeable. So that took a long time. It was hard not to get my fingers red while doing this, so it did suck to do that, obviously.
Darth.
So then for this part, I just had to paint 2 bigger dials, chrome, because that's for the red LED bases. And then I need to paint the tiny grills a chrome color.
There is still good in him.
So then I snapped the dial bases and the dials into the tops of the belt boxes. This was very satisfying to finally get done, because it took me time to actually 3D print all this stuff and assemble it and paint it all. Very satisfying process, obviously, so it was nice to just finally reach that goal of knowing, hey, I got the belt boxes done. So then I made the lights, so I made the green and red lights, but they failed because they were not transparent with the lighting. So then eventually I bought this lighting kit, because originally I used a Dollar Tree LED strip, it didn't work. So I bought that lighting kit, and I used Scotch tape and super glue to hold the lights in, because the holes in the belt boxes are too small to actually hold the LEDs to perfect scale.
Fulfill your destiny.
Join me. Together, we can rule the galaxy as father and son.
So then part 6 is additional costume acquisitions. So these are not exactly in order. The boots I found probably first, found it for $5-ish, and they're worth $100. I found this thick leather belt. I just took the buckle off it. Found these gloves. I cut the little strap part with the metal off, and then I ordered a full-length black cape off Team.
Only pain will you find. You have failed me for the last time, didn't you?
Alright, so I just want to thank you guys for watching this video, and this project took me like 6 months. It took me a long time. Looking at us all, I think it really paid off. And it's now 11:08 p.m. Never mind, 11. Oh wait, yeah, I thought it was 09 p.m. on a school night. I haven't slept for 3 nights already. Might make it 4 nights that I won't sleep. But tonight was just because I'm finishing up this video. Probably be up the next day. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will have Vader appear in many other episodes. This suit, as the title says, cost about $150. Helmet was $60. 3D printing was about $30. Bodysuit was $20, and additional costs for the belt and the boots. So yeah, you guys, please subscribe if you're new here. I'm gonna try to do some new, bigger projects, and this is probably the biggest project I've ever done on my channel. You guys have a nice day. See you in the next one. And as always, long live the Empire.